everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be comparing the 2020 F-150 Raptor to the 2020 Ram 2500 Power Wagon. And today we're going to decide which one is the king of the off-road, pretty much. So, as always, the Power Wagon is being provided to us by the Larry Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Sandy, Utah. So check out their inventory in the description below. If you want to see driving impressions on either of these vehicles, I'm going to include a link in the description to reviews on both of them where I drive both of them, if that's kind of what you're looking for. But let's get into the video. Now let's go into the hoods of both the trucks, and yes, I know the Raptor needs to be cleaned, but let's start there. Anyways, under the hood of the Raptor here, we have a twin turbocharged 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission, 450 horsepower, and then 510 pound-feet of torque. Now, over onto the Power Wagon, we have a naturally aspirated 6.4 liter Hemi that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission, 410 horsepower, and then 429 pound-feet of torque. And if you're wondering, fuel economy figures, negligible on both of them because they're off-road trucks and get horrible fuel economy, but that one is 15 around town and 18 on the highway. That one's not rated by the EPA, but you're probably going to average somewhere around 13 to 15 miles per gallon roughly, so yeah. Now let's go over things on the front end. Let's start with the Raptor first and foremost. So at the top you can see venting on the hood, actually functional right there, and then you can see the rest of the hood. You got all of the orange marker lights there off to the side. So you got 2 on the side, on either side there, and then you got 3 in the middle. There's actually a trail cam right there in the center, kind of like in the middle of the Ford logo. Tow hooks just down below. Those are aftermarket lights, so those don't count. There's usually just a gap there in the bumper. But yeah, full LED lights. Now onto the Power Wagon, you've got kind of like the cool graphic on the top of the hood. You got the little badging there on the side. Full LED lights again. You kind of got the lights there that are accent lights. Ram logo in the center, fog lights just down below, and then you've got a winch from the factory with some tow hooks. And then I'll kind of zoom in so you guys can actually see the cable. It is synthetic cable with the new generation Power Wagons. You can kind of see it hiding there. Hey, buddy. But yeah. There is a look at the front end on both of the trucks. Now we're going to come to these sides. So we've got 17-inch rims right here, 315s, they're 35s, 17-inch rims over there, 33s, they are 285 millimeters. Got the Hemi badging, 6'4", 2500 heavy duty there on the side. It's kind of like the little fender flare. Raptor does have the wide body, so you've got kind of like the venting there, fender flare again. And here's kind of like a look at the side of both of them with the mirrors. You get the Ram badge there with kind of like the two-tone down the side. Power Wagon right there. No two-tone or anything like that, but you can see this one has the off-road steps, whereas this one just has like traditional tubular steps. I'm spinning a lot, and now here's kind of like a look at the back, but let's head to the rear. Here's the key fob for the Raptor. It says Raptor on the back. You have that little thing you can press to pull the key out. You got your unlock, your lock, remote start, tailgate drop, and then the alarm. So if we lock the truck and then press the remote start twice, it'll start it up. And I'll give you guys some revving clips in just a minute after this. But here's what the Raptor sounds like. And then you can press that off, and then we've got the tailgate drop, so you can press that button and that'll drop down the tailgate on the Raptor. No bed liner from the factory, which is kind of surprising. You've got little LED bed lights on either side of the truck. It is a short bed, so it's about 5.5 feet long. You've got the cargo light up there at the top. It does have this cool bed step system, so you can press this, pull this down, and then you can step up into the bed, which I think is a pretty cool little function. And then we can actually lift up the tailgate, kind of heavy, but goes into place. Key fob for the Power Wagon says Ram on the back right there. And then you got a couple functions, your unlock, lock, remote start, and the tailgate release. So remote start, you just press that twice. And then it is just an exhaust out the side here, so you gotta walk over to the side. Then you hear the Power Wagon come to life. It's kind of making like a chugging sound. Press it again though, that'll shut it off. And then the tailgate release, just press that button twice, and then it'll slow lower down. Bed liner with it from the factory. LED bed lights, again, this bed's a little bit bigger, it's 6.5 feet long roughly. And then you can see the cargo light up top. And then with the bed, you can lift it up, super light. And you're like, but the Ram doesn't have any bed step or anything like that. You're wrong, it's got a kick step. So, just come over here, put your foot at this place right there, kick that out, and then that kind of functions as their like step up into bed. And the reason I call it a kick step is you got to go wha-bam, and then it's back in. Now let's finish things stylistically. On the back, you've got the full LED lights right there, Ford logo, Raptor just down below, and then F-150, and then dual outlet exhaust. Got the plug-in for towing with the receiver hitch. The Raptor doesn't have a very good payload. It's only about 1,100 pounds roughly. Towing is roughly 8,000 pounds. I'm just giving rough figures here, guys. So towing is not that strong, payload's not that strong. Now, on the Power Wagon, you've got the full LED lights here on the back, Ram, Power Wagon, and then the plugins for the towing there on the side with the receiver hitch. Payload's about 1,500 pounds roughly on the Power Wagon, then towing capacity is about 10,000 pounds. So higher payload and towing, but then it's also heavy duty, so you'd kind of expect that. And let's roll the exhaust clips. Coming to the back here of the Raptor, we can look at the door panel in the rear. Other than being extremely dirty from me off-roading the truck, kind of got this like plasticky hard touch stuff here. Cool little carbon fiber insert though. We've got the Recaro seats here in the back, so we've got suede inserts with the blue stitching all throughout the back, kind of like the leather bolstering on them. Held up really well in the off-road actually. Storage under the seat. And then you got cup holders that'll pull out from this little area, so you got to put that down, and then they kind of come out. So a little bit difficult to get. And then you got the charging station back here, so heated seats, a couple charging stations with some vents, cup holders above, and extremely dirty rubber floor mats. Coming to the rear of the Power Wagon, it's a whole lot cleaner, and the door's trying to attack me. But anyways, you got nice padding, definitely nicer than what's in the Raptor. More padding up here with the kind of trim at the top, and then we've got the seats here in the rear of the Power Wagon, fully black with the leather on the seats with nice contrasted stitching. Again, the seats pick up extra storage. You got these little trays underneath them that you can kind of fold up and out. Ice buckets as well on the side, so tons of storage space. Rubber floor mats that are not extremely dirty, so that's a huge plus. And then with the little center area back here, no heated seats or anything like that, just a couple vents and USBs essentially. So yeah, keyless entry on the Raptor, so one touch to lock it, to unlock it. Just have to put your hand on the back of the door handle. Mirrors do have blind spot monitoring on them. And then you open up the door panel for the front, also extremely dirty. But anyways, padding up here is definitely softer with the blue stitching, again, carbon fiber trim. All of your window controls, the memory seat controls are right here, speaker for the sound system, and then you got the Recaro seats at the front. It says Raptor there at the top, again with the suede inserts on them, the nice leather bolsters, fully power adjustable, super dirty pedals. Got the pedal adjuster, parking brake. You got the light controls right here. Those are for the sides. And then the steering wheel is going to be automatically adjustable. And look at those paddle shifters. And here's one more look before we head over the Power Wagon. Power Wagon has keyless entry again, so one touch to lock it. And then to unlock, you press that. Again, blind spot monitoring on the mirror. And then you can pick it up to put it into the trailer mirror kind of formatting. Now, opening up the door panel again. Way cleaner than the Raptor. This padding though isn't as soft as what's in the front of the Raptor, which is kind of interesting because the padding in the rear of the Power Wagon is better than the Raptor. But nice contrast right there with the gray. Memory seat controls, all of your controls for the windows, power folding mirrors. That's to adjust the little convex mirror on the outside part. Got the seats over here. It says Power Wagon there on the side. Fully power adjustable just down below. Got your pedal layout. That's your parking brake right there. The hood latch is right there for the release at least. Light controls here, fog lights, cargo light, and then you got your power adjustable pedals with the little adjustment for the steering wheel. Radio controls in the back of the steering wheel, but no paddle shifters. Start up the Raptors, put your foot on the brake, push the push start. It'll say Built Ford Tough, and everything will come to life. Here's our steering wheel in the Raptor. We can zoom in. Got the Ford logo there in the center. Volume control on the side. Got the control for the steering modes and then the drive modes. Phone controls. Adaptive cruise control. And then the button for the center stack. Those paddles on the back of the steering wheel again. Blue stitching on the inside of the steering wheel. It's kind of got like a nice grip. Little red marker at the top. And then over there, That is the stock for the brights, obviously, and then also to turn on the windshield wipers. RPMs on the left side. On the right side, you've got the speed, and then you got that little center stack, which you can scroll through a couple different menus. The one that I found the most useful so far has been like the off-road status, so like seeing the degrees and all that kind of stuff, but pretty much the same as any of the other upgraded F-150s. Here I've got our auto stop start button for the camera system, hazard lights, kind of like the off-road cruise control and the stability control. Let's go over the camera system first and foremost. So you can press that. That's like a front camera and a bird's eye view, and then you get like full front camera right there, and then you can get like angles out to the side just a little bit. So tons of viewing, really solid right there. And then if we pop it in reverse, backup camera will pop up, and then you can zoom in on the receiver hitch if you are going to be towing something with the Raptor. And now let's get into the infotainment system. So touch response time on it's pretty good. Comes with dual zone climate, comes with navigation, which I actually never use, but you know, gets the job done. And other than that though, it's a pretty good infotainment system, but not as good as Ram's, and you will see that soon. Analog controls for the infotainment system right there, like the volume and adjustment for the station. Dual zone climate with your heated and cooled seats just down below. Controls for the four-wheel drive system and the axle lock. Trailer backup system with our trailer brake controls. Extra storage under here, which is hidden under like a little carbon fiber panel, which I think is a nice little touch. And obviously there's some USBs. But here's kind of like a full look at the center console. We've got some keys to some Rams, but carbon fiber shifter. You've got dual shift mode if you want to shift the gears yourself. You can do that in the manual mode. I've actually never used this. I always use the paddle shifters. I just prefer them. And then full center console right here with the stitching, and then the suede on the side. And then picking this up, you can obviously see my wallet. Tons of money in there, absolutely promise. But decent amount of storage space in the center console. I did forget to mention lane departure assistance, which again, never have used. Coming over here, we've got cool carbon fiber trim above the glove box. Power outlet, which I use this all the time. And then the glove box, 2 tiers on it. Good amount of storage space. Now up top, we've got our button for the power rear sliding window. Full panoramic sunroof, which I actually haven't been using as much as what I used in my other truck, which is kind of interesting. Auxiliary switches, note that I have this one on. This is attached to those little fog lights, which if I turn those on or off, you can see them kind of reflect against the truck right there. But anyways, sunglass holder up top as well, and then the controls for the sunroof, light controls, and then universal garage door opener. Full black headliner here in the Raptor. Let's start up the Power Wagon, put your foot on the brake, push the push start. It'll say Power Wagon, and everything will come to life. Here's the steering wheel for the Power Wagon. Got the Ram logo in the center, kind of nice little look there. Adaptive cruise control. Gear selector right here to shift the gears manually if you want. Got the nice kind of white stitching. That is for the center stack. Voice commands, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. And then again, your stock for the windshield wiper, and then also flashing the high beams. Now on the left side, you've got the RPMs. On the right side, you've got the speed. And they got that little center screen, which gives you different bits of vehicle information. Pretty standard setup, nothing too crazy. Fuel economy right now is 11 miles per gallon. Just saying. Just kind of looking at some stuff and some things. Nothing too crazy happening. Got a little 12 volt at the top here, and then here is our full 12-inch display, which definitely a lot better than what Ford has. You got analog controls on either side for your climate controls. Down below here, you got the controls for the parking sensors, your tow haul mode, stability control, trailer brake controls already integrated, your dial shifter to shift through the gears, front and rear locker, and also rear locker, hill descent control, and then you got the sway bar disconnect. Bunch of little kind of like USB ports down there. And now actually getting into the rest of the touchscreen, dual zone climate, you do get heated and ventilated seats. Camera system's not as good on this particular Power Wagon. No 360 camera or anything like that, just the traditional backup camera on it. But other than that, this touchscreen is extremely responsive. You have kind of like dual screen function on some of the stuff. I mean, really, really good unit. Definitely the best in terms of the truck industry. You can drag and drop, put things down below if you want. Other than that, here's one more look at the massive 12-inch display. Got the center console happening here. You can pick that up. Got a little charging station with the coin holder, bunch of cup holders up front. Here's that shifter again. You got your 4-wheel low, your neutral, 2-wheel high, and 4-wheel high. By the way, to get into 4-wheel low, you have to go into 4-wheel high while you're in neutral, so I can show you guys actually. So in neutral, go into 4-wheel high, and it'll shift into 4-wheel high, and then at that point, I can shift it into neutral, or I can shift it into 4-wheel low essentially. So you do have to go into 4-wheel high to be able to get it into that though. It says Power Wagon there at the edge of the glove box. Similar storage space to what's in the Ford, just 2 different compartments instead of 1. But you got nice leather and stitching up there at the top, and that's all. Got our controls for the power rear sliding window up here, and then also the sunroof that's at the top, universal garage door opener, full black headliner, and then also sunglass holder for you cool people that have sunglasses because you don't tint your windows enough, and that's all. Now let's go over pricing. This particular Power Wagon stickers for about $67,000 before any type of market adjustment, and that Raptor stickers for about $74,000 for any type of market adjustment. So you have a discrepancy of about $7,000 between the 2 trucks. Now this one's gonna hurt my ego just a little bit because obviously I own a Raptor, but I have to be completely objective with this. So I mean, in terms of a like true comparison to them, if you want to do high-speed off-roading and you want like a fun truck on-road, the Raptor is gonna be the route to go. But if you want to save money and you want a better overall package that is better on the off-road in terms of rock crawling, all that kind of stuff, just better equipped, like I said, better all-around truck, the Power Wagon. So in today's video, even though I am completely smashing my ego because I own a Raptor, I'm going to have to give it to the Power Wagon as being the superior off-road truck. Now I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you would rather buy a Raptor or a Power Wagon, let me know. But as always, a big shout and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah for providing us with the Power Wagon. Check out their inventory in the link below. If you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe. I will see all of you in that next video.